Hello, YTPC. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today, we have another Parsimonious pipe. It is a 3-star pipe by Lee Canadian. In it, I've got some of Milan Tobacconist's King's Ransom. It is a nice medium English with the addition of some Burley and Perique, so an American English. It's pretty good. Let's take a closer look at this pipe. Only have 3 pictures for you today. There wasn't a whole lot of cleanup to be done on this pipe. Some of that difference in the top and the bottom is a trick of lighting, but the grain really is more visible now than when I got it. Looking down from the top, you can see the rim was dirty, but it wasn't just completely crusted with lava. It needed some cleanup, and you'll note that I left a little bit of the charring on the rim. If I had sanded that down much more, I would have either beveled the rim or had to top it slightly. Didn't want to do that. A little bit of char isn't going to hurt, so I left that on there. You will notice that the 7-point stars are significantly brighter after a good cleaning. You will also notice that I did not fill in the tooth marks on that stem. I don't particularly care because I clench, and I put this between my teeth and didn't notice those dings, so they stay. Final shot, you can see a little bit better in this one. The internal and stem cleanup that went on, the oxidation on the outside of the stem was really not all that bad. That was mostly just grime that cleaned up pretty quickly. The internals, on the other hand, they took some scrubbing. You can say they were pretty tarred up, and they came pretty clean. So a nice little Canadian. I've got one that's similar, but I love the shape. I was going to say I love Canadians, but that's kind of like saying I hate the French. It's obvious, doesn't everybody? Love Canadians, I mean. For $33.30, not a bad little pipe. I'm pretty happy with it. It is smoking well, and it'll look pretty in my collection. There is another gaw going on. This time it is Big Smoke Phill. If you have not subscribed to Phil, you should. His link will be in the bucket below. Phil is a very interesting guy. He has done videos not just about pipes, but about antique rifles and fowling pieces, aka shotguns. He did an interview with a guy who was in his 90s or around 100, who was a pipe smoker and I believe a veteran. It was fascinating. He has done a number of things. He's a mechanic of unbelievable talent. He rebuilds cars and tractors and all kinds of industrial vehicles and such, and he's building a kit car right now that I think they just dropped a Ford engine into. It looks really awesome. I wish I had that kind of... You don't even want me working on your toilet plunger, okay? That's about how mechanical I am. He's awesome. Well, Phil is having a 400 sub giveaway. Phil, if I win, send my stuff to Scotland's Sherlock. I'll get you the info if I win. At any rate, what Phil asked was to tell us about our occupation. That was part of it anyway, and that's the part I'm gonna latch onto here. The job that I am in is one of those that almost all of you love the result of it. And many of you complain about what it is that I do. You see, my undergrad and graduate education is all in mathematics, which is all about problem solving. And for the last almost 30 years, my problem solving has been directed toward factory automation. Now, you guys love the result of factory automation because what factory automation does for you is it provides consistency in output. You guys love consistency in output, and you love not having defects in the things that are manufactured. The complaint, of course, is that what I do causes manufacturing to require fewer humans to touch the product. That's true. The other part of the field that I do is now I'm not involved in this part directly, but another aspect to it is doing things like automating fast food restaurants. Well, when people demand $15 to $20 an hour for flipping burgers, and flipping burgers doesn't generate $15 to $20 an hour of revenue, well, the things that I can do for you as a restaurant owner will help you stay open. So that's what I do. Factory automation, it's a love it, hate it kind of thing. Personally, I love it. I love solving these problems. I love being able to provide consumers with higher quality, lower defect electronics, semiconductors, brake parts. One of the companies, the last company that I worked for, one of our biggest products was pacemakers. You want the highest quality you can possibly get in a pacemaker. Things like that. Airbag activators. You want those airbags to work correctly? It's all computerized. Well, not having humans make mistakes while making your airbag chip could be a matter of life and death. So you guys, everybody likes the results of factory automation, but a lot of people complain that I'm putting people out of work. Well, you're right. They should have gone into math. Actually, I was just fortunate. I stumbled onto this one. When I got into factory automation, I was bouncing around doing some pretty boring contract work in software engineering. And I got a couple of industrial jobs, and through those industrial jobs, I got a couple of leads into a big factory back in Phoenix that needed some automation, folks. And I knew nothing about automation, but I knew about problem solving, and that sold it. It's been a lot of fun. Been a good career for me. It's a good fit between what I'm good at and what my employers need. So, well, Phil, I hope that answers enough of your question. I have enjoyed seeing some of the other responses. They haven't all just gone down the career or occupation path directly the way I have, but I have enjoyed them, and I'm hoping many more folks will get involved in this one. Your channel will continue to grow. There is absolutely no doubt. You're a genuinely interesting and kind-hearted fellow. And what you do is fascinating. I can't imagine people not wanting to watch you. It just, that's mind-boggling to me. Well, with that, folks, light something you like. Could be King's Ransom. It's pretty good stuff. Enjoy your afternoon.